It is the 19th of January 2022. Welcome to one of the most beautiful places on earth, Las Piñatas, Nicaragua. I'm Scott Allen Miller. This is the Sheep Guarding Llama vlog. It is Thursday, and this morning we went out and signed the paperwork. I didn't go, but in theory, for our new pad in León, in the city. So officially, as of today, we have a place in León. We will be dealing with all of the furniture and all of the appointments and all that stuff tomorrow. There's actually a lot to do. We need a washing machine, we need an oven, we need a couch, we need a TV, we need towels, laundry baskets, hangers, even shower heads, like everything, shower curtains. It's been a long time since I moved into an apartment, and that's essentially what it's like. It's basically a blank thing, and we can't move all of our stuff because most of our stuff's still in Texas, and a lot of it we got rid of, and we can't take things out of the hotel to any degree because we need it at the hotel, so we need everything. That's a lot. So we got a really busy day tomorrow as we got to start shopping for all of that stuff. I stayed at home today because I have lots of work to do. I had no internet for 2 days then, no power for a little bit yesterday, which was fine. We worked with generator, and I'm just behind. So doing a bit of work, helping out customers, doing that stuff, getting some editing done today. Liesl came down. We've been talking about having her work on her video game. I set up a desk in the office, got her laptop set up, did the power, got like a power block on top of the desk so you can plug in the phones and iPad and all that stuff and charge. Just make it nice and easy for her to sit down with her, because she has that beautiful new Asus ThinkMate, I think, laptop with crazy fast processor and nice NVMe SSD. It's nice, Windows 11, and so she's working on that RPGMaker MX, I believe, and coming along. So we spent the whole day working on that. So she sat right behind me, so I could be like, hey, you know, she would have questions. I wouldn't say hey. She'd say hey, and we'd discuss what we want to do for something in the game, and then she would work on it, and I was able to be at my desk all day and be productive. Just noticing that I have a big cut on my arm. I have no idea where it came from. It was a nice day. It was really cool that we were able to do that, and we had a lot of fun being able to work on that together, and hopefully we're going to make some real progress now, because we really want, this is a big part of her schoolwork, right? Doing video game design and actually learning tools and challenging herself. And now that she's 13, she's really at a point where she can do a lot with it. She's done this for years, but it's been a lot of tinkering. And now she's really at that age where she understands she's able to follow through and really create something. And so that is our goal. And that's what she and I talked a lot the other night about, how she was really at a point where she could do something really amazing and be creating a career for herself. Now getting that stake in the ground, starting her career. Of course, it's not going to make any money. It's not going to do anything really impressive, but in 10 years, when she's 23, she'll be able to look back, we hope, and say, I published a fully completed working video game that people actually played and enjoyed, maybe they didn't pay for, and I did that 10 years ago. I'm 23. Most people are just coming out of university, just starting to wonder if they can help someone make their first video game. I'm a decade in. I'm a seasoned designer. I have all these things under my belt. Let's, you know, she could be a senior in the industry while most people are still wondering where to get their first job. And hopefully, when you do that, and the reason you don't see those people in industry is because they're already working for themselves long before that point, because they're so far ahead. That's why industry needs to rethink how they hire. If they were hiring those people at 15 years old with their first project under their belt, they'd be getting these top-notch people before they have a chance to establish their own studios or whatever. But they don't, and that's why they don't have them. All right, this evening I decided I was going to test the bus system and figure out how this works. So I intended to go much earlier, but I ended up on a customer call for 3 straight hours, lost my entire late afternoon, did not get the videos done yesterday that I wanted, or today that I wanted to do, like all kinds of, just lost this huge chunk of the afternoon. Ended up having to scramble to make the last bus. I had to catch a taxi, and with Ilario went up to León, went to the terminal, and found the place where you buy the tickets, figured out how to buy the ticket. It was real easy. Figured out how to get on the bus, but I went through 3 buses because the first one was full as I got there. Second one was full instantly. Like, the line was already more than fit on the bus by the time I was there. So the third one I barely was able to get into, and took the bus to Chinandega. figured out where the bus terminal there was, and then went out to dinner at Dragonfly, which I really like up there, and hung out and had a nice evening in Chinandega. Just very short. Did that, just ate and had Leo come pick me up, because it turns out, and we thought this was true, but we're trying to figure this all out, that the buses stopped running at 6. It actually was a 6 o'clock bus, or 10 minutes to 6, that I caught heading to Chinandega. So I probably got the last, or maybe there was one more bus, because they go like every 10 minutes, heading to Chinandega. So there was definitely none coming the other way. And I just walked around the city. I didn't bother taking a taxi or even a pedal cab or anything. I just walked really far up to Dragonfly, got food, and then Leo met me and we had dinner together, and then he drove me back home, because that's the only way to do it. Now, this highlights how nice it'll be to have an apartment in Leon, because all of the travel from here to Leon will not require the specialty taxi. We can just head to the local terminal right there in the city, and which is like, I don't know, $1 or something to take a taxi if you want to not walk. Go to the terminal, then you can go to Chinandega or wherever and come back and be in Leon. Yes, the distance between Leon and Chinandega, or Leon and Managua, or Leon and Matagalpa is the big cost and time, but those are the things that have the buses. Doing the bus from the beach to Leon is where it gets kind of difficult. I say this and the bus is probably going to go by any second. Those exist, I need to figure those out, but they don't go where you want. Oh, I'm going to move away from these guys. They don't go where you want in Leon, and so they drop you off very far away from the terminal, which makes it still a challenge to be able to do anything in Leon. You still have to grab a taxi and get somewhere. So you can do it, but it isn't saving that much money, and it certainly isn't saving that much time. So figuring these things out one piece at a time. But now that we have a place in Leon, I'm going to try to learn the buses between Leon and here, because that may make things really easy to some of the time that we can just grab a bus, because they do run much longer hours here. So slowly just putting those pieces together, but having a house in Leon that allows you to start or stop there, or stall there, or wait there, is going to make things much, much easier for sure. So that was our day, figuring out buses, having some good food in Chinandega, and doing video games all day with Liesl, and I will see all of you tomorrow.